But if there was a book, written thousands of years ago, that described angels falling from heaven, giants walking the earth, and secret knowledge given to humanity, a book so controversial that it was eventually removed from the Bible, yet fragments of it were discovered buried in caves, hidden for nearly 2,000 years. This is the mystery of the Book of Enoch. Who was Enoch? Enoch is one of the most mysterious figures in the Bible. In the book of Genesis, he appears briefly in the genealogy before Noah. But his story is unusual. Instead of dying like everyone else, Genesis says something strange. It says, Enoch walked with God, and then he was no more because God took him. Many scholars interpret this to mean that Enoch was taken to heaven alive. But according to ancient traditions, his journey didn't end there. The Book of Enoch tells a much darker story. It describes a group of angels known as the Watchers. These heavenly beings were sent to observe humanity. But according to the text, something went terribly wrong. 200 of these angels descended to earth. Instead of watching mankind, they interfered. The Watchers began teaching humans forbidden knowledge. They taught humanity metal weapons, sorcery, astrology, and secret sciences. But their greatest violation was even more shocking. The Watchers took human women as wives, and their offspring would become something terrifying. According to the Book of Enoch, the children of these fallen angels were giants. They were called the Nephilim. These giants were said to grow enormous, towering over humans. Some ancient descriptions claim they were hundreds of feet tall. The text says they consumed massive amounts of food until eventually they began devouring animals and even humans. Chaos spread across the earth. Violence increased. And according to the story, humanity was becoming corrupted. This is where Enoch enters the story. The Book of Enoch claims that he was chosen as a messenger between heaven and earth. Enoch was taken on a journey through the heavens. There he was shown incredible visions, the movements of the sun and moon, the structure of the universe, and the final judgment of the fallen angels. Enoch was given a message. The Watchers would be punished for what they had done. Their giant offspring would be destroyed, and the earth would be cleansed. Some believe this story connects directly to the great flood of Noah. Lost, then rediscovered. For centuries, the Book of Enoch disappeared. It was not included in most versions of the Bible. Many religious leaders considered it too controversial. Some said it contained ideas that conflicted with official doctrine. Others believed it was simply not divinely inspired. But the story didn't end there. In 1947, something incredible happened. Ancient scrolls were discovered in caves near the Dead Sea. These were known as the Dead Sea Scrolls. Among them were fragments of the Book of Enoch, dating back over 2,000 years. This proved the text was far older than many scholars believed. Why was it removed? Today, the Book of Enoch remains one of the most debated ancient texts. Some believe it preserves forgotten history. Others believe it's mythology, but the mystery remains. Why was this book removed from the biblical canon? Why did ancient writers quote from it, yet later generations tried to forget it? And why do its stories still echo through modern theories about fallen angels, giants, and lost knowledge from the ancient world? The Book of Enoch remains hidden on the edges of history, a text that speaks of angels who fell, giants who walked the earth, and a man who claimed to have seen heaven itself. Whether truth, legend, or something in between, its story continues to fascinate the world, and perhaps some mysteries were never meant to be forgotten. This is Obsidian Archives. Subscribe for more mysteries.